The right-wing argument that men make better leaders than women confuses the desire to rule with the ability to lead. These two traits are statistically very different. Power obsession, after all, is an emotional impulse, making men far more emotional than women. Individuals with high testosterone are indeed the most driven to attain high-ranking, powerful positions like corporate executives and other leadership roles. However, this does not automatically make men more rational leaders. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of human psychology. In reality, the relentless drive for absolute control is not a logical strategy. It is a deeply emotional and fragile need for external validation. When a man feels a compulsive need to dominate, he is not operating on pure intellect. He is reacting to an internal emotional void. A man's pursuit for power is no more than a coping mechanism to ward off his deepest, darkest fear, being perceived as weak, subordinate, or irrelevant. Before we look at the data on overconfidence, fragile pride, and reckless decision-making in men, let's look at the energy I pulled off camera today. I asked Spirit, what is the solution for this, for our terrible men in leadership who don't know what the fuck they're doing because of their blind drive to just lead without any consideration for you or I. It's just about them at the end of the day, with that ego leading the way. Well, to solve this, we're going to start small here. Spirit wants men to surrender that blind determination and will to lead at all costs. This is an emotional impulse at the end of the day. So we're going to start there and dig into the data as to why this may be a good first step for men. In a long-term study of over 35,000 households, men traded stocks 45% more frequently than women due to unearned overconfidence in their own skills. The erratic behavior tanked their net returns drastically. Research has also revealed that 75% of all corporate fraud conspiracies are all male, while all female conspiracies are almost non-existent. Male executives are statistically more willing to gamble with a company's legal safety for personal profit and status alone. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, more men are in leadership roles, so that makes sense. Go fuck yourself. Another study proved that testosterone... Next up, we have another study that proves that testosterone directly increases egocentricity, that ego. The hormone blinds individuals to peer input. Testosterone can cause a male leader to view every critique as a personal attack on his manhood or authority. As a result, his decision-making becomes highly compromised, and he will reject sound advice just to prove he is in control. And last but not least, testosterone fuels the status hypothesis, a biological drive to defend social rank at all costs. When an ego-driven man faces an insult, it triggers a spike in reactive aggression. He will aggressively shut down a room just to save face, prioritizing personal dominance over rational mitigation. Ultimately, a man's determination masks as authority. Ultimately, a man's determination masked as authority is the greatest liability in modern leadership. So Spirit also views this as a liability here with the surrender determination energy. It isn't empathy that bankrupts companies and destabilizes organizations. It's a combination of unearned overconfidence, reckless gambling, and a man's fragile ego that would rather see a project burn than admit he was wrong. For example, if you're a man watching this video and telling me that I'm wrong over and over and over again, that may be you. With all of this in mind, what role is a true leader meant to hold? By definition, a leader's primary job should be to make rational decisions based on data and for the collective good. However, with these studies I mentioned, men can be easily driven to lead by this fragile ego and blind determination. When critics call women too emotional for leadership, science shows that men are constantly reacting to their own emotional imbalance inside. So, what is the solution? I'll pull more energy for how we can repair this imbalance in men. Okay? So, what is the solution? for repairing the, I'll say, the imbalance of too much masculine energy within a man, leading him astray when it comes to fulfilling a leadership role in a level-headed way. Let's do that. I find the current president of the United States, Donald Trump himself, a very good example of everything I explained. So if you need real life experience, you fucking got it. And Spirit saying, that's the truth. Eighth of Swords is the truth. Okay. What will balance out these irrational, erratic men in leadership roles? I'm putting that back. I'm trying to get one or two. What will balance out the erratic, irrational behavior in men? So, another card of surrendering something. Spirit wants men to sit the fuck down here. And the Fool is that is not logical energy at all. So all the MAGA, I'm seeing MAGA women in particular defending men up the ass, saying that they're the only ones who can lead because they're more logical and less emotional. Does this look like a logical man? I don't fucking think so. It's that blind determination with no logic behind it whatsoever. And Spirit asking them to surrender that and embrace some sort of duality here with the Two of Cups. And this is energy of leadership with the, or actually no, it's not. I thought this was a I thought this was a Hierophant, but this is actually in fact the High Priestess. The High Priestess is tied first and more so, I guess, into feminine energy. So this may be telling men in leadership roles that they need to tap into more of their intuitive nature / feminine energy. That seems to be the solution. MAGA women. Women are the solution here. So stop fighting against the grain. Stop fighting against the divine since you're so religious, I guess. We're gonna... We all embody masculine and feminine energy within all of us. A man can be very irrational if they are living their lives purely through testosterone. And the woman on the other side of the spectrum can lead with too much emotion, I will say, or emotional impulse. However, testosterone is also a hormone that drives emotional impulses. At the end of the day, so wake up, like get with the program here. That seems to be the common theme. Don't be stupid. I don't know, just don't. It's that fucking easy. So what is the solution for men to balance out that crazy ego of them? There's that testosterone on overdrive in men that makes them falsely believe that they are very good leaders. Oh, there's that Temperance card here, that balance I was referring to, where we balance out the masculine energy with the feminine. Both are needed, guys. And then we have the King of Cups. I will say this is a masculine energy. However, this is a very, the King of Cups is tapped into their emotional side, guys. This isn't the King of Swords. This isn't, I'm going to roll with an iron fist energy. This is, I'm compassionate and I care. And that's what's going to help me make the best decisions, not only for myself, but for the greater good of all, right? But the ego, as I explained earlier, that's what creates problems long-term within, I'll say, men in leadership roles, where they let the ego drive the way. They're not thinking logically, they're thinking in Fool energy, and all they give a fuck about is how they look from the outside, avoiding criticism, avoiding critique, letting everything else burn in fear of them looking weak and fragile. Because at the end of the day, as I said earlier, all men who are like super driven to be leaders, they're filling in, you know, a deep internal emotional void. So it makes sense, guys. It really does. Men need to just, you know, let out a good cry and change their fucking stupid behavior. Now, does this mean that men, if they do choose to embody this King of Cups compassionate energy, that this means only men should be in leadership roles? That is not what the divine is implying. I'm hearing this applies to both genders. Women have both feminine and masculine energy within them as well, right? There are dual natures to all of us, but it's up to us as individuals to understand that fully and learn how to properly balance those energies within each of us so that we can navigate the world, not only for our own benefit, but for the benefit of those around us as well. The key to it, at the end of the day, is balancing out those energies within us with the Temperance card. Whether you're a man or a woman, if we want to like bring it down a bit to like an average household, I think we can do parenting, for example, and running a household. A lot of MAGA women like to say, well, women are meant to just stay home and have babies and be this submissive feminine energy. Well, they have to embody some masculine energy to discipline their children, for example. Like, that is being a leader. You don't let your kids walk all over you every fucking day. Like, what are you thinking? That's just one very small example. But I'm going to start there first because I think MAGA needs baby steps right now. Alrighty. So I'm going to pull an oracle and then close this one out. Actually, I have one more question I'm going to pull tarot on, because I am curious as to why so many women, especially far-right women, fight against themselves and their own best interests, because that's what this is. Like, what the actual fuck is that about? I'm going to first pull oracle, though, and then pull tarot on that, because what the actual fuck? The Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. I think this is reminding women that they also need to learn how to embody masculine energy to a certain extent. So when I think of thorns, that's sort of like a protection mechanism for something like a flower, for example. I don't really know, but like they're not like soft and nice. Like if you touch it, it hurts, right? So setting up boundaries for oneself and like learning how to clearly communicate with logic in mind, that is a more masculine trait, right? But if you're lacking that completely as a woman, you're setting your own self up for failure in life long term, because then you become this, like, you know, woman that doesn't know how to stick up for themselves, or who doesn't know how to communicate clearly, and it can set you up for failure here. Learn how to protect yourself. And then we have the second bloom, the second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. And this is about connecting to one's emotions. I already talked about this. This is important for both genders, male and female. Even non-binary individuals or those who don't align with a gender. This is energy. Energies are within all of us, right? Some people embody more masculine than feminine, some more feminine than masculine, but it's up to us to balance those out, right? It's never too late to learn. Even if you're 50 years old and never thought of it this way before, Spirit's saying maybe you should try. Doesn't hurt. Now I'm curious, like, why I'm being drawn to the Thorn card. I don't know. I'm going to see what it says. Okay, so it is about setting up boundaries, but I'm going to read from some of this, because I think it may be helpful. I think this is more so for women watching, though. Okay. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Like, a rose is not all gentle and soft. So that could be symbolic for, like, the feminine energy, as I was saying, right? But it does have those thorns, which would be that, like, masculine energy that creates that, like, feminine masculine balance, right? So most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen. Okay, yeah, so the Spirit is saying that's symbolic for masculine energy. Clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. We too are like the rose. So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it's impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our own needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. There are some questions. Okay, so this is more so tying into, like, those submissive, like, trad wife people. I would just assume Spirit is not in support of that lifestyle, actually, especially if you're one of those women who think you need to, like, completely submit to the man that you're with. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy dynamic. Spirit is asking you, what kind of loving boundaries are you being called to establish, okay? And setting up a boundary, I would say that is not submissive behavior. Setting up a boundary is something that you're doing for you and yourself, and then also for the other individual you're in a partnership with as well. Although it's not submissive, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or unhealthy for a long-term relationship. Spirit is calling this out now, so I'm going to call it out. Spirit is asking, how are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? This could also be family members, friends, anybody you are in close proximity with. Specifically, if you're a woman. If you're a man, this can apply as well. But I think we're getting too far into this whole... we're misunderstanding what it means to be a woman in particular, especially within right-wing media sources. Lacking that balance within yourself and being unable to communicate boundaries clearly is doing yourself a disservice and a disservice to those around you, essentially. So do with that what you will. I am just throwing it out there today. But that, I guess that would be a good segue into why right-wing women seems to only believe men make competent leaders. We'll do that, and then I'll close this one out. What is the primary reason behind why right-wing women, conservative women, are against females in leadership roles? Why are right-wing women against females in leadership roles? What is this? Why are right-wing women against the families coming through? They do believe women should be caretakers, but again, it's like, you're a leader as a mother, so like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? To be a true leader is to lead with the greater good, for the greater good of others. As a mother, you're leading for the greater good of your children. Like, what's the difference if you just expand the scale a bit to like a corporation? You're leading with the greater good of a corporation. You're leading, like, what is the difference? Like, I don't understand. Like, what are they misunderstanding the definition of what it is to lead? Is that like, what is this? I don't get it. The devil did come out. I'm not going to ignore it, but this is a very, very low vibrational tie to like a very narrow-minded point of view. It's very manipulative as well with the magician. Some of these women could have been manipulated into believing in this manner, and Spirit is calling this out and telling them to seek other perspectives here. This is not the route that is in the greater good of humanity as a whole. Spirit is saying that again. Why are right-wing women against having women in leadership roles? Independence. And then communication did come out, so it makes me wonder if this is tying into like that manipulation. This is like manipulation propaganda energy to a T. Some of these women are misunderstanding what it truly means to have a 10 of Cups lifestyle in a sense because of what they're being taught by like right-wing media sources in particular. It's literally what they're being told within this space of like traditional lifestyles or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's like taking away one's independence. I mean, 9 of Pentacles, that's independence. It's keeping women tied to a lifestyle that may not serve their best interests at the end of the day. And then some women could already be stuck in this situation, right? And like not be happy. This is like a forever tie to something that like deep down you're not satisfied with. So now they just think, well, there's got to be a reason for it. So they just keep spewing out the same garbage time and time again, thinking, well, if I justify it enough, maybe then I'll feel better about it. Like that sort of thing. Like this is sad deep down, like what I'm picking up on. Now, that's not to knock the trad wife lifestyle altogether. If you feel called to be a stay-at-home mom, for example, do it. But really think to yourself if that's something that truly resonates with you. It's not the only path for women. If you want to go get a job and go to school and you're a woman, do that. Like, what is stopping you? Like, there's no rules. There's no rules in life as to what you can and cannot do as a woman. That is taking away your freedom and a violation of your own dignity as a woman and human being on earth. That is what Spirit's saying here. And if you're not happy with your own life choices and you feel like it's too late or you're too far gone, please do us a favor and stop spewing the same bullshit time and time again that makes you fucking miserable just because it makes you feel a little better about yourself and your life in the moment. Like, don't force people into this box because you were forced into this box. Like, I step out of the box. Like, it's never too late. Here, it even came out here. It's never too late. Explore other possibilities. If you're not happy, then change your fucking life. Don't just listen to Erica Kirk every fucking day and say, well, there must be a reason. There must be a reason. My life is so fucking ass. There's not a greater reason. The only reason is that you chose the circumstance that you're in. And if you're not happy, you need to do what's best for you and your own fucking self to get out of it. You're not meant to be living miserable fucking lives on earth. That's not the purpose of being a human. on this planet. So don't keep saying over and over and over again, women can't be leaders, when that is so fucking far from the truth. It's a past belief system that does not serve us well, I'll say. And there's that balance again. It's about balancing that masculine and feminine energy within all of us. And that's what makes competent leaders at the end of the day. It's not about whether or not you're a man. It's not about whether or not you have a woman's body. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your mind, first and foremost, and how you navigate and view the world. You really need to stop thinking so black and white. That's MAGA's every day is like black and white thinking, black and white thinking, black and white thinking. And a lot of it is stemming from these lies that they're being told over and over and over again. A lot of the time, because they're already living this like right-wing life that they deep down don't feel fulfilled within. So they're like, well, there must be a reason for it. There must be a reason for it. So they keep eating up this garbage, Son of Swords energy on like PragerU and shit and going, yes, that is the reason. And I am meant to spread the word of my miserable life because that's what God intended. God didn't intend for you to be miserable. Like, I'm sorry. Like, like, what are you talking about? Women are competent leaders as well, Spirit is saying. The Queen of Swords energy, that is a competent leader within a woman. Now, would the masculine have to rely more on their cups energy, which is emotion? Yes, that's why the King of Cups came out for a man in a leadership position. However, for a woman, it's the opposite side of the spectrum, right? We would have to lean more into our swords energy of logic and reason to balance out our masculine and feminine energies to create that optimal duality that we all have within us to create competent leaders for a mass group of people. It's about the greater good of a corporation, society, even your own family members and friends. I'm going to pull one more card and then close this one out. Final message for the collective today. To close this video out today. Final message for the collective from Spirit. Final message. I'm seeing a different deck right now. I mean, we could... Pain. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so I was getting a little nervous. I was like, am I being too harsh? Am I being a fucking asshole? But I'm hearing... I don't want to say... I mean, this speaks for itself. This came right out. You're not meant to be in this energy of pain your whole life on Earth. Like, what is that? Spirit is rejecting something as well here. All right. I'm seeing another deck. I don't want to end with that. I was not. Like, what is happening right now? There's like an unwillingness to self-reflect, I suppose, and like, are you truly happy within your own life here? There's a need to like sit back, meditate, think to yourself, what is it that you truly want? Not what other people are telling you to do. What is it that you truly want? And once you redefine that or like learn to understand what that is, that's that stepping point that will shift your perspective and viewpoints in life, actually. It's one stepping stone. A lot of stubbornness here. A time for healing. It's never too late to heal, Spirit is saying. But some of you are unaware that it's even necessary for you because you're used to living a certain way for day in and day out for years and years and years for some of you. Take a step back and observe your life as if you're an outsider looking in. Like, is this what you truly desire? Spirit is asking. And if it's not, is it why you have certain beliefs that you do, right? Man. I really want to end this on a lighter note here. I'm gonna do these cards because they give us things to do. They're action cards. What can the collective do right now? All right. Yeah, I said meditate. Energy work is here. If you've never... Oh, wow. Meditation is here twice. And take care of yourself is here as well. There's a huge emphasis on taking care of yourself, and I need to do that. Rest is here. Lots of energies around meditation, though. So I do want to call it out again. If you're new to meditation, I do talk about it more in some of my first videos that I made, if you're interested in that. But meditation doesn't have to be anything that serious. It's really just about like connecting to your body in a way that doesn't distract you from the outside world and outside like stimulus. It's like you just sit down. You can sit down anywhere, put on meditation music, close your eyes, and try your best to think about nothing. What I do is I visualize my chakras going throughout my body from the root all the way from the root all the way to the crown. You just picture them lighting up like a rainbow. You can do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be that long. And just pay attention to how your body feels. Like some of us have like stress reactions within our bodies, and our bodies tell us things on a day-to-day basis. And if you're not used to being in the moment and like quieting your mind to this level, it's really hard to pick up on some of those sensations we're feeling within us. And that can sometimes even lead to like these epiphany moments where you're like, oh, this is what I'm not happy with in my life. This is why I feel like this. This is why I believe this. And you can fully understand at a greater level of, you know, do I think women should not be in leadership roles because I truly believe in this? Or is it stemming from some sort of like root trauma or trigger within me that I've been experiencing throughout my life since I was a child, which is where it would most likely stem from. But everyone's healing journey is going to be different here, and you're going to come to these realizations in different ways, which is why Spirit is encouraging meditation for anyone who's resistant or still a little unsure of, I guess, some of like any of the things that I talked about in the video today. I think healing in oneself is crucial. It's a crucial part of like fully aligning yourself appropriately with a political belief system or structure, I'll say. So maybe I can talk about that a little more another day, but we'll start with meditation first here.